All right, everybody, good afternoon. Time for a look at the weekly injury report going into this Sunday's game against the 49ers. So, there's mostly good news when it comes to our injury report compared to the 49ers. I'll get that out of the way right now. However, there is one big disappointment coming from this injury report. It looks like Damien Lewis is not going to play. And look, Damien Lewis is not having a great sophomore season at all. A big reason why is that he's been moved from right guard to left guard, but he's just not playing that well. However, I do view him as one of the pieces that could be part of the future Seahawks. So I want to see him out there. I want to see him get experience. I want to see him continue to work through this. So him not being out there after we were told earlier this week by Carroll that it looked like Damien Lewis was going to play is definitely a disappointment. In my experience, doubtful usually means out, so I'm really not expecting him to be out there. Just to be clear about that, I I don't see him. I don't see him suiting up. So probably no Damien Lewis. Running backs: Alex Collins, Rashad Penny, and Travis Homer all questionable, meaning that the only running back who is definitely going to be able to play on Sunday is DJ Dallas and, well, now Adrian Peterson. So I guess that's why we signed him. I don't know why you wouldn't go with BJ Emmons or somebody with some potential of actually being part of this team's future. I'm going to keep hammering that point. Like, what do you think you gain from giving snaps to a 36-year-old running back? But regardless, it makes sense why you signed somebody. It doesn't make a lot of sense why you signed him, but, well, there it is. So, DJ Dallas, Adrian Peterson, Josh Johnson are your three running backs if Collins, Penny, and Homer all can't go. Now, I will say this. If one or more of these players can go, which is likely, like, I think Alex Collins is going to be active. I think Travis Homer will probably be active based off what I'm hearing. Rashad Penny, who knows? He might step on a Lego between now and the game and be out. But if Adrian Peterson is active and Josh Johnson is not, I'm going to have a problem with that. Okay? I'll just say that right now, and that's probably the case, so expect me to have a problem. And that's it. Everyone else is healthy, so it's relatively clean, although the Damien Lewis thing bites. Okay, now we go over to the 49ers side of things, and their injury situation is ugly. So they've got 4 players out, among them Dre Greenlaw, a good linebacker, part of their team. He was the guy who picked off Wilson at the goal line on the overtime game in 2019 and almost took it back, which would have won the game. He's a good player, so losing him matters, but not nearly as much as losing Deebo Samuel. He's having a really good season. He's doing a lot of things for that offense. He's doing some running back stuff. He's doing receiver stuff. He's breaking tackles. He's doing it all. Deebo's having a great year. Deebo's a great player. Better than I thought he would be coming out of college for sure. And them not having him should be a big blow to that offense. So that alone should mean that this offense is able to... I'm sorry, this defense is able to really control this game. So expecting big things from this defense, unless they've just completely given up. Even if I don't expect to win, and as we'll get into tomorrow, I still kind of don't. But no Deebo's a huge deal. That's almost as big as them losing Kittle. Trey Sermon is also out, and Maurice Hurst is also out. So significant losses on both sides of the ball for the 49ers. So that's huge, but maybe bigger than all of this is they are probably not going to have Fred Warner. He is doubtful with a hamstring injury. He is their best linebacker. Maybe is he better than Bosa? Maybe. Possibly. It's on the table. So losing Fred Warner is a huge deal. So if the 49ers don't have their two of their starting linebackers, which is the case with Greenlaw and Fred Warner, that's that should be a signal to this offense that, hey, it's really time to produce something. It's time to get something decent looking on the board here. So, look, I know we keep waiting for this offense to wake up, and every week we come up with reasons why, okay, this is the week the offense is going to wake up, and then it doesn't. But really, this is kind of the week where it needs to wake up. And also questionable is Martzall Harris, linebacker with a concussion. I suspect that he'll play, but we'll see. We'll see if it ends how much it ends up even mattering. But yeah, so the 49ers have real issues all over that roster. Missing some of their best players. So we'll talk more about this tomorrow. But when you look at their injuries compared to ours, we should probably expect to win. The 49ers are a relatively average team, but I still don't. So that's how the season's going. And that's really all I can say about the injury report this week. Again, not having Damien Lewis sucks because we're looking to the future here, right? We're trying to evaluate what can stay going forward and what needs to go. Damien Lewis is definitely a guy who can stay, so I want to see him out there as much as possible. But our losses are nothing compared to the 49ers' losses. However, to be clear, winning and losing doesn't matter that much anymore. I want to win because the Niners are a division rival. I'd love to derail their season, and I just want to see this team win games. I want to see this team get on the back of their younger pieces that can be part of the future. Guys like Darrell Taylor, guys like Damien Lewis, guys like DK Metcalf, guys like Dwayne Eskridge. I want to see them show me what they got. But I also recognize that winning games right now is not that important. So I really hope that this team utilizes this running back injury situation where literally our top 4 guys going into the season are hurt. 1 guy's out, 3 guys are questionable. To see what's going on with a guy like Josh Johnson instead of giving carries to a guy like Adrian Peterson who won't be here next year. And even if he is, he's not part of this team's success in the future. He's not going to be part of some great Seahawks team in 3 years. He's just here to whittle down the last couple of games of his career. So this is an opportunity to get some unknown players some snaps. And look, I understand that you don't want to put a running back who doesn't know what he's doing next to Wilson and have Wilson get killed because the running back blew pass protection. But it's not like Adrian Peterson's known for his tremendous pass protection, right? So use this opportunity, okay? You talked up Josh Johnson in the preseason. You talked him up in your press conferences after you promoted him. Practice what you preach. If you're going to talk him up, then give him an opportunity to show what he can do. That's what I'm going to say about that. See you guys later on today. Go Hawks. That's your injury report for this week.